Okay, I'm back with a little design iteration here on my switch bracket. So if you remember, this is the switch bracket right here. It actually prints, like this with some support material here and there. And I actually wasn't getting a lot of these at first, but now I'm starting to get a lot more orders for these. And they functionally work just fine. The problem is that it takes me quite a bit of time to clean up all of the support material, and it also just doesn't like look as good underneath. So anyways, whenever I get into a design that or if I'm printing something and I don't really like doing it, I have to change it. So I started making some design changes, and one of the things that I thought to do was, instead of having the support material, is just to make it so that it can be everything built right onto the build plate. So here's one of my first iterations. Oh, actually not this one here. So I did this. But the problem with this one is that every time I would print it, with this angle right here, it would mess up. And I don't know why. It was always this side, and it must have been how like the nozzle was moving, and it just wouldn't stick to the bed properly, so it kept on peeling up. And this is actually one of the good ones. Most of them would just mess up big time. So, but I thought it looked a lot better. It just didn't print as well. So I decided to iterate on that a little bit, and I made it flat. Now this one printed okay. I printed a few times and it was okay, but the problem with this one is that if it was like on drywall or something, it's gonna like dig a groove into it because of that edge right there. So I didn't like that either. So I moved on to this, and I put the support material back on, but the difference here is that the support material on this is flat, and I don't have one that still has it on, but it's also right onto the build plate as opposed to onto itself. And then I also put this all the way onto the bed. So like this was one of the biggest parts right here. This part always looked really bad. So and then I also made it so the support material was kind of a little thicker, but I still wasn't 100% pleased with this. So I decided to go with this, and it's a little smaller, but really all I did was just kind of cut that piece off at the bottom. I moved the screw holes, and oh, actually it was this iteration here. I added some little nubs to kind of make it latch. So this one, and so this prints faster. It's pretty much just comes off the build plate, and I just kind of peel these off, and it looks pretty good in either way, if it's in the on state or off. And so and everything fits in there pretty nice. So here's the sensor orients this way, and there's a little bit of a lip there, if you can see it, that once you get it down, just kind of clicks into place. And then this one here, it's like that. All right, so on, off, and I've actually had this up for a couple days, so we can see right here. So on state, and then my lights are gonna turn off, but turn them back on. So yeah, I think that's a little bit better. I also am printing them in PETG, which comes with its own challenges, but it's more heat resistant, and also one of the things I like about it better is that it's just slightly more flexible. And so the sensor like snaps in there better, and the same thing with the magnet. It's got more grip to it. So anyways, that's it. I'll be posting this on Etsy. And I decided to make a little bit of a change to how I post stuff on Thingiverse because of their terms, and how basically they say that they own stuff. So what I'm going to do is I will also be putting on Etsy the STL file for just a couple bucks, and you can purchase the STL and print it as much as you want. And then whenever I come out with a new design, I'll put the old design on Thingiverse for free. So that's how I'll be sharing the STL from now on. Yeah, so that is that one, and I will actually have another video out really quick because I've got another idea that I've been working on. So, all right. Hope you like it. There'll be a link in the description to Etsy, and let me know if you have any questions or comments.